Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello guys, how are you? So we are from group 6. We will present our presentation of analysis narrative text from the movie. And the movie we chose is WINDUP. But before going into the material, let us introduce ourselves. My name is RIZQI AFRISAN as moderator.
My name is SYAHDAN SANDI as a language reader.
My name is DICKY as an analytical reader.
My name is FADEL ADRIAN as a text reader and operator.
My name is DIMAS PUTRA PAMUNGKAS as a language reader.
My name is Malik Mulki as a text reader.
So without wasting any more time, let's go to the material.
WINDUP. In the one house, there is a father hiding behind a cupboard. Then a father played a revolving melody with a beautiful tune. It turned out that the father deliberately played the melody for his daughter to find him. And sure enough, the child immediately looked for the play melody to be played. Soon, his father was humming to the same tune as the revolving melody. Causing the girl heard to where the sound came from in the cupboard. Then the girl ran to the cupboard and opened the door, and she found his father, and they hugged. However, this is different from it is now. The child is now seriously ill to the point coma and is being treated in hospital. The father is always beside her, and now he can only remember the memory with his doctor and play the melody beside his doctor. But when it is played, a miracle happened. The same child who was in the another ward, who was sleeping in the tree, heard the melody and immediately come down from the tree using a straw and ran toward the source of the sound. Then by her father's side, the day after day had passed, and night and morning alternate. But the child did not change. Then one day the child's hand moved, and the father, who was beside her, playing back the revolving melody. Back in the other world, the girl who was drawing again heard the sound and ran out the house and around the city in search of the sound. Then she came to the place and opened the door. Then saw the shadow of someone who was walking, and she approached the shadow of that person.
Back in the original world, the poor father who was sleeping beside his daughter accidentally dropped the melody when he woke up. Then the father collected the loose part and put them back together, but it was in vain. When playback, the melody was even broken. This result in the other world of the child turned cold and dark. So this made the child become afraid and run away from the place. The father, who was in the real world, lamented what he had done and sat under his daughter while crying. Not long after, his daughter had beat faster. Then the father approached his daughter and hung with a melodic tune. And in the cool and dark world of the child, a light appeared from under the tree. Then the child approached the light even though he had fallen. When she was under the tree, she can see a white rabbit doll and a light behind it. Then the child took the doll and walked toward the light and passed it. And soon, the child woke up from his coma, and the father was very moved by the state of his daughter who was conscious.
Social function. The social function of this story is to entertain the reader with a story that deals with complication or problematic event which led to a crisis and in turn find a resolution and get a moral message. Text organization. orientation, set the scan where and when the story happened and introduce the participant of the story, who and what are involved in the story, and it's in paragraph 1. Communication problem which start and led to the crisis or climax for the main participant, and it's in paragraph 2 until 6. Resolution problem or complication can be solved with a happy ending, and it in paragraph 7. Reorientation, moral or advice from the writer. This film is dedicated to those who are fighting bravely against sickness and those who are supporting us to heal.
Language feature. Now, nouns, reference melody, cupboard, tree, hospital, straw, house, and city. Pronouns, him, she, her, he, and it. Noun phrases, the sad child who was in another world, the forefather who was sleeping beside his doctor. Time connective and conjunction. After they had faced night and morning aftermath, then is now.
Adverb and adverbial process. Material process, action verb, played, look, came, ran, often, heard. Verbal process, saying verb, direct and indirect speech. The past tense, the simple past, the past continuous, the past perfect. Then the girl ran to the cupboard and opened the door and found his father, and they heard.
And the last of this material is a moral message. The moral message that can be taken from the film above is that we as humans must continue to fight against whatever it is, even disease, and we must also support people who are sick of their recovery. So that's all from our group talk. Hope it's useful.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.